Hello, everyone, and welcome to part 2 of the work with Marina. I love that you joined us. It has everything to do with self-hatred and the cause of self-hatred, how it affects our life, and what is true and what is false, and what we're thinking and believing when we're full of self-hatred, depressed, and suicidal. So this is powerful, and welcome to Self-Inquiry. Let's move into part 2, the work with Marina. I want God to make me happy. Okay. Turned around, I want me to.
I want make myself happy.
Okay. And the way to do that is anytime you're depressed, fearful, notice what you're thinking and believing and move what you're thinking and believing from your head to paper on a worksheet, just like you've done here.
Right.
Yeah, because that trance, it's strong.
It's very
enough
strong.
to depress you for years.
Yeah, it's very hard. Sometimes it's very hard to get out of that state. You just get like sucked in and you're there.
And that's a beautiful thing when you know what to do with it. You get stuck in it, you move it from your head to paper, and you question the thoughts on the paper and wake you up. Because that is the way to wake up from the trance, to wake up from the dream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. I agree with you. Yeah.
It's like living in hell, and here we have this beautiful life, and we're stuck in our heads as though that's life, even though life is just glaring at us. What we're thinking and believing about life, it's the ego takes over the world. The ego is fighting for life to be I, body. And it's nothing more than a state of mind. It's an illusion. And in the meantime, there's light coming through. There's a chair holding you. Your life is a miracle. And that's what we're waking up to by some miracle. God, I want God to make me happy. Turned around, I want me to. And the only way I know how to dig myself out of that hole is this work that I invite you to. This work of self-love that no one can give us but ourselves. Yeah. Let's look at 3.
That God needs to make my life easier, not happy, not miserable.
Yeah, so God is making you miserable, is it true?
No.
Turned around.
I need to make my life easier.
Yeah, by knowing anytime you're upset, it's a worksheet, you're in a trance that thinking through it cannot break. You've tried everything but killing yourself. God needs to make my life easier. Turned around, I need to make God's life.
I didn't think of that. I need to make God's life easier. Interesting.
Yeah, give God a break. Take some responsibility.
For God, I mean, I understand I take responsibility for my life. I try. But for God, well, yeah, I guess. Like, it's like...
Well, don't guess, just make God's life easier. You're just judging God, and he just keeps giving you this life.
Yeah. You are right. Because I just blamed him for like everything, and I never considered that to turn it around and maybe like to stop being that and become better and help him in the meanwhile.
Yeah, because you're a tough case, honey.
I am a tough case. I know that, yeah.
So give you what you want God to give you, and to be happy, I need that turnaround to make God's life easier, and not to make me miserable. You see what you've written? God
Yeah.
needs to make my life easier, not make it miserable. I need to make God's life easier and not be so miserable. You're giving God a terrible reputation.
When you put it this way, yeah. Yeah, I never thought about it. That's very profound. Poor God. I'm sorry.
You know, the gift of your life, you can't count the blessings. You know, there's a ceiling over your head. It keeps the rain out and the light coming through. It keeps you. It's life, and the clothes you're wearing, and your skin, your hair, your breath, the shoes on your feet, or the floor under your feet. There's too much. There's too much to even. There's not enough time in the world to see the gifts. But when we're tranced, it's all worthless to us. In plain sight, we throw it away, but it doesn't stop the gift of life from giving. It's just, are we awake to it? We can't appreciate it if we're not awake to it. It's like when that abortion has been in your head, for example, you can't see the trees, you can't feel where your foot step is. Your breath is just taken for granted. You just, and who would you be without the thought that that's you in your head? That's image of the apparent you. That's not you. That is imagination. It is what people in this world refer to as ego, the false. False I, not I, not I, not I. And then come back into the gift of life, the trance, come out of the trance. Let's look at 4.
I need God to love me, to care about me, and to value me.
Yeah, that assumes that God doesn't.
Yeah, I guess so. I believed in that. Yeah.
So to be happy, you need God to love you. Is it true?
I guess yes. Because without his love, then I'm lost.
Yeah, you've lost connection with
Yeah, I
life.
guess so.
God is life, without exception. And when we're thinking and believing against, God is good. And I've tested it, so it's not a religion with me. If it's a religion in me, it's my own. It doesn't mean that other people don't believe the same way. It's just my own in me. I need God to love me. It's like, God, you're doing it wrong. Something wrong with you. You don't work for me. And you're lost to me. Give up on you. So now I'm the one calling the shots, and arrogantly, I need God to love me. Just ordering God around. God not doing his job, its job. To be happy, you need God to love you. Turn it around. To be happy, I need.
To love myself and to love God, I'd say, yeah. To love God. Oh.
And feel the other one. And to love myself.
And to love myself.
Yeah. To be happy.
You are right. You said that I'm lost because I did feel lost, like forsaken by God, abandoned.
Well, no wonder the ego had you. You see that image of abortion and other things. And that's not life. That's not life. That's imagination that we refer to as ego, fighting to be life. But it's imagination. It can never be. It's false. And it's a great worksheet. So the ego is, and it's fight for life. We can have it all. We can have ego. When you wake up to reality, the ego wakes up with you. Because we're not trying to kill it. Why? Because we can't, but we can understand it. The terms good and evil. Just to know, just drop one of the zeros in good, and you have God.
Hmm.
When my daughter was doing this work, at first she said, "Oh, Mom, good old dude, God, good old dude." So that's how she had to hold it. She was a ruffian. Oh, you need God to love you. Do you see another turnaround?
I need to love God and myself.
And God to me is reality. It's everything, 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 without exception. If I lose an arm or a leg, it's happening for me, not to me. I lost my eyesight. It was done for me, not to me. All of it. Your abortion for you, not to you. And you find examples. Don't just believe it. Your turnarounds, find examples. I need God to love me. Do you see another turnaround? I don't need. To be happy. I don't need God to love me. I mean, it's a given. You can't change it. God is love. In other words, God, for me, I think of nature, everything and everyone without exception. The gift of life. And the ego would lead us to believe that there's something terrible. And that's okay. But when I experience any fear like that, I do what you just did. I move it from my head to paper and I test it for myself. I don't believe the world. I test it for myself. Self realization. The realization that no one else can give us. You need God to care about you. Let's see, I need God to love me, turned around. I don't need God to love me. God does. It just is. You don't need it. There's nothing you can do about it. God is love. Without opposite. When you're loving life, your love, that is God. There's nothing that isn't. When you love the world, you love yourself. And when I say you love God, you love yourself. Don't believe me. Test it for yourself. That's what this work is about. I need God to care about me, turned around, give God a break, turn it around. I need me too.
Care about God.
And I need me too.
To care about myself.
Yes, it's your job.
Mm.
It's your job. That's God realization. It is your job. It's like a partnership. Same, without division. If you're depressed, you're unhappy, move your what you're thinking and believing from your head to paper and come home. The gift of life. Because that's something God can't give you. God already has, just waiting for you to catch up to the gift of life. Let's look at 5.
You're gonna love it. I think God is cruel, pointless, selfish, ignorant, distant, not caring, aggressive.
Yeah. So let's just, God is cruel. Is it true? Notice when you have that abortion in your head and you're believing that's you, even though it's just imagination in an ego. God is cruel. Is it true?
At that moment, I believed that yes, it was cruel.
And notice how you react when you think the thought, God is cruel, and that image is in your head.
Well, I feel like a victim. I feel that I just want to die.
Yeah, and you're not taking any responsibility.
No, not at all.
You know, when you look at what you were thinking and believing, did you have a choice? When you look at what you were thinking and believing just prior to determining to have that abortion, notice when you consider what you were thinking and believing, did you have a choice?
At that moment, I didn't think I had a choice.
So
Now,
check it out. You know, I mean, that answers the question. When you consider what you were thinking and believing.
yeah, that's why I thought that God was cruel. Because, like, He made this happen to me.
Well,
Just
God
like,
was cruel, turned around my thoughts about God were.
yeah.
And the gratitude of even the gift of that decision. It takes what it takes in this apparent world to realize the gift of life. God realization. Without exception. and continue to test it, honey. In that situation, when that abortion is in my head and I'm so depressed, I can barely get to work. God is pointless. God is selfish, ignorant, distant, not caring, and aggressive. And in that situation, my thoughts about God are. And read number 5.
Cruel, pointless, aggressive. Yeah, it's like I realize now that I was blaming him in my own sins, like projecting what I feel about myself into him.
And you're believing God is a him.
Well, him,
But
her,
I
the
think
high consciousness.
God could be bigger than that.
Right.
He
It
could
just
be all things.
right, yeah.
All, without exception. In that situation, God was distant. There's no way your ego was allowing any opposite in, even though that opposite never moves. The ego can't sleep. State of mind, identity. God is not caring, turned around, God is caring. In that situation with the abortion, God is caring, giving me example. When you think the thought, God was uncaring, God is uncaring, and you can be there now. God is caring.
God is caring. Yeah.
What did you see?
Well, I saw that that I got into nursing school and I got my bachelor's degree and I'm a nurse now and I have a good job and I enjoy it and I make good money.
And you're supporting many people.
Yeah.
And you know what I love about this work is what can be when you're working and you're tired and you're exhausted. Look what you're carrying inside of you, what you're thinking and believing, and how that can weigh you down. And who you would be without these cruel, pointless, selfish, ignorant, distant, uncaring, aggressive thoughts and emotion. Notice how they weigh you down, even when you're doing what you love. These people and their families that you deal with, and the doctors, what you're thinking and believing about any of it, it all belongs on paper. And it will open you to, like, an effortless life, an effortless work life and life, and leave you to give what you're here for. Which is why you want to be a nurse in the first place. Your life is pointless, is it true? God is pointless.
No, it's not true.
God is selfish. You're selfish, is it true?
No, it's not.
God is ignorant. Look at you on your job. I am ignorant. You're ignorant on your job, is it true?
Mm-mm.
distant from your patients. Is it true?
No,
God is distant from your patients. Is it true?
no, it's not.
God is distant from you. Is it true? Look at your hands. Listen to your words. Look how you are with those deers.
No.
Let's look at 6.
I don't ever want to suffer again, feel the pain inside me, and have the crazy mind full of bad, chaotic thoughts.
I am willing to, and I look forward to. And read the list again.
Like, what is it? Like, how?
I am willing to, and I look forward to suffering again.
Oh, okay. I'm willing to, I'm looking forward to suffering again, feeling the pain inside, and to have this crazy mind full of bad, chaotic thoughts.
Yes, now that's what you're here for, to move them from your head to paper and get back in touch with life, as opposed to what you, thinking you're God, imagine life to be. There's life, and then there's what you're thinking and believing about life, and you, and God, and that's a life of suffering.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, and and until you oh my honey, I look forward to suffering again, feeling the pain inside me again, having crazy mind filled with chaotic thoughts again. Those are the cause of depression. And the images in your head is the proof. Like what you were thinking and believing when you were writing this worksheet. And to wake you up to reality and the gift of life. You know, when you're holding those images and you're believing those thoughts, any depression you feel, or fear you feel, or dissatisfaction you feel, there's a cause for that. Notice the images in your head and what you're believing. Because other than that, life is a gift without exception. And all of you, don't wait for trouble to hit you to do a worksheet. A worksheet a day is this work. On Happy Life, a worksheet a day on mother, father, sister, brother, God, your pet, the trees, people who chop down trees, whatever it is. You have the gift of an open mind. That's the greatest gift. When you're suffering, is your mind going to be as open as you are now? Notice it won't be. And then get grateful, because what you're thinking and believing is the next worksheet. Okay, dears. Nick, honey, you have a takeaway. And Marina, thank you for being our teacher today. Nick, you have a
Thank you.
takeaway. Mm-hmm. What struck you as in this amazing woman's work?
It was amazing. And first of all, I love this group, and I'm so blessed to take part here and witness that. I could have a takeaway every time, but this one resonated deeply because I think we all know these deep, dark moments of. I'm sorry, this is my cat.
It doesn't have to be an abortion. It can be the tiniest little thing that's just as powerful.
It was heartbreaking how Marina came on with this load of self-hatred, and how she brightened up in this conversation, realizing more and more, and her beautiful face was getting brighter and brighter, and I was so happy for her, but also for myself, because I knew these emotions, these deep, dark emotions, they come like waves of self-loathing, something. And I also think that it was very helpful when you talked about the abortion part. There may be many women here among us today who benefited from that.
Yeah.
This non-judgmental way to look at different angles.
Yeah.
And what I also take away is, I loved when you said you're giving God a terrible reputation, because we blame God for so much. And then also something I really want to take with me is everything is happening for me, not to me.
Yeah, without exception.
Yeah.
And this work, people who meditate in these questions, in other words, people who do the work, come to understand how true that is, what a gift it is.
So thank you both. Thank you so much, Marina. And thank you, Katie, again and again, again and again.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Leanne. Hi, Leanne. Your takeaway.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Katie.
Hi.
I'm just blown away with your work. This work is so amazing. Like you're truly are a lifesaver for so many people, this work. It's unbelievable, the transformation from where she started and where she ended up. Like it's just like I started your work maybe a year ago, and I can't tell people enough about you because it's just life-changing. And I could identify with her right from the beginning. It's funny when you talked about doing something that you regret later, that you had no choice in doing something that you at the moment, but you felt you had to. There was no other way. You had to say what you had to say. You had to do what you did, what you had to do.
Yeah.
Because, and I could
In Leanne's work. Yeah.
And I kind of feel that way right now because I just feel so emotional about it, right? I thought I can't put my hand up because I'm too raw right now, But
So just to be with, it's worth your life just to stop what you're doing on the other side of our time together and just lie down and let what you experienced run through you and let it find
just
some kind of life in you that you couldn't even define or understand, but give it an opportunity to just rest in you what's there, and you don't even have to know what's there
yeah.
that comes of it.
But what was striking though is these imaginations, these images that we have, they're just thoughts that have this much effect, pardon me, this much effect on us. They're
Yeah,
just
and
thoughts.
thoughts, that's a term for faults.
Thoughts, false.
Yeah, we can't prove them.
Yeah.
We can move the illusion from our head to paper and believe they're there, but what are they? It's a trance. It's the ego's way of
They have that much
bringing us
power.
into the world and supporting us out. It's the gift of life.
But to have that much power over us, it's just, but over just thoughts, they're just thought, they're like, I'm bad, I'm stupid, but they're just words. They're just kind of,
Well, they're not just words, images go with
Yes.
those words. And that makes the trance. You can't have one without the other.
Absolutely.
Thoughts and images are the trance. One without the other is not. It's there, it's nothing.
Yeah.
You know, it's and that's not so. Like if I think cat, dog, I see the image.
Yeah.
So imagination is everything. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's everything. Imagination is everything. And is it a thing? No, it's nothing.
Yeah,
It's the trance.
exactly. They're nothing.
Trance that appears to be, that's nothing.
Yeah.
And what is trance? A memory.
Yeah.
What is memory?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's what brings us into this false identity, into false life, an opportunity, a gift to see, understand, to witness our true nature. It's a way of looking in the mirror, and it's waking up to the trance. That's the
like you said, bringing us to
love.
now, bringing us to now, bringing us to now, reality now, bringing us back to now all the time, back to now.
The beauty of now all the time.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Katie. I'm just,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for doing your work. Thank you for your open mind in this world. Petra.
Hi, Byron.
Hi, Petra.
Thank you very much for holding the sessions. It's very beautiful.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say about today that in both cases you spoke on something I was curious about in the last few days, and that was self-compassion. I have discovered that I've worked on self-compassion, on compassion generally for the plants and animals and people so hard, and that when that kind of cleared, I have realized after many years that I have had lots of self-criticism, which I didn't see. Somebody pointed it out last year, and I thought, no, I don't suffer from that.
Yeah.
And now, in the past week, it became so clear. And so today, when you said to the First Lady, when there was some kind of self-blame, when you asked her, was it even possible to do it differently?
When you consider what you were
Did you-
thinking and believing, is
Yes.
it possible to have done it differently?
Yeah. Did you even have a choice? That
Yeah.
was for me the key question, the key
Did you
question.
have a choice? Yeah.
Do you have a choice? That really touched me
Yeah.
in the first conversation.
I love that you were able to go there. It's our innocence shows up, and these worksheets continue to hold these realizations in us. A worksheet a day keeps hell away, the illusion of hell away. Thank you.
Thank you. And just to add, in the second conversation, you asked about the self-love, what it is, and just to realize that even getting up and brushing my teeth, it's an act of self-love and something to appreciate in a way.
In a big way. We don't have to go to the dentist. It saves us money. It saves us pain. It saves us time. If just follow the simple directions. I hear it comes to me, brush your teeth. And a mind can say, not now, I'll do it later. And oh, darn, I should have brushed my teeth, could have brushed my teeth. But when you look at what I was thinking and believing, could I? could I have? So that shows up again. So that just you hear the voice, brush your teeth, and just notice anything that would keep you from doing that as you walk to the toothbrush. And that's what doing daily worksheets give us, the gift of presence and following the simple direction, and notice excuses as a kind of craziness. And it's not to ignore them. There could be some wisdom there as we continue to walk to the toothbrush.
Or
And
even just to appreciate ourselves for such what we consider a small thing. We are looking for big things we do, that we can give ourselves some appreciation if we even afford to do that. We are terrified to appreciate our own selves.
absolutely.
Appreciating ourselves about brushing the teeth or going to work, what we consider as normal, that was huge as well. So
Yeah. The simplest thing is like self-realizing, just realizing. Thank you.
thank you very much.
Drug.
Thank you.
Kristen. Gosh, we're way over our hour. We're into almost 2 hours, dears. My, are something beautiful.
I got so much out of this work, Marina. It was really lovely because I've had, like all of us, I've had that thought too. I hate myself. And the thing that really struck me most deeply was seeing how I need God to love me. And it's got to be demonstrated in these certain ways. And I've felt that a lot. And Katie, when you said, just the air shows that God loves me, and just being in this chair. So I could see that place where I had that thought, I hate myself.
Yeah.
And I could feel God's love. And I could also see how I'm a dictator to God. If he doesn't do this, 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 and I have a more peaceful relationship.
Yeah.
At least at this moment. Yeah.
Yeah, to know the difference between ego and life as it really is, a gift. Thank you, sweetie. Marina.
Katie, I just want to say thank you so much. I'm so grateful for the work you do. And for today, you just helped me to open my eyes to my my relationship with God. I don't think I'll ever forget it. And what you said, that I'm giving God a bad reputation, and like the separation and how arrogant I am, not God. It's so huge for me, and that everything is happening for me, not to me. And I've lived with the thought that, oh God, why this is happening to me? Like I'm the victim and this and that. I lived with that all my life, but now it's like I see it so differently. And I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so grateful for you.
Sweetie, for my part, you're so welcome, and thank you for your very open mind in this world, and please pass it on just as a way of life.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tom.
Hi, Katie.
Hi, Tom.
Hi. So I have very much compassion for I don't know what her name was in the first one. Yeah, Inform Marina.
Yeah.
And I want to share a story that came into my head when you asked her, did you had the abortion? And it was about a student who wanted to be teach with Buddhism, and he killed people in the past and then tried to live, to start over and have a new life and to do things better. And then the teacher said, so go to them and say, I never killed a person and I will be there for you. And then the student said, oh, you want me to lie to them? And then the teacher said, so did you kill someone since you decided to start over and to move on? And he said, no. And then he said, so that's your new you. And since you decided to not kill people, you didn't. And that was very, that reminded me of it.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing to become aware of. I did, and there's been a change since, and that is real. But the thing that that's so helpful, and as I hear it, it's like what I was thinking and believing when I killed that man. What was I thinking and believing that would take me to that? And until I understand the cause of my suffering, it could happen again. But it sounds to me, what I experience as you were sharing that with us, is that something shifted in him. And the only thing that shifts is a state of mind. And it sounds like in that he was waking up to reality and the cause of his suffering without naming it that, without having to give it a title, even that. But yeah, that's it's like a conversion that that can, by some grace, and grace, by some grace, that kind of gifting is profound. And for those of us that don't have that profound shift, there's self-inquiry. And I think the Buddhists, if I'm recalling this correctly, offered up to ask oneself, who am I? And if a person sits in, who am I? Did I just ask, who am I? So that's just, who am I without it? So it's like, who would you be without the thoughts? You're thinking the situation, enlightened to that situation and the continuance. It's like these questions allow us to wake up to that grace, the man that teacher was talking to. By some miracle happened, for that murderer to live such a powerful thing that here he is with all of us right here, right now through you, and to experience that gift. Thank you, Tom. And thank you all. Thank you all for sitting in our precious time together and for the contributions that continue to allow us to show up and support us to stay alive. And thank you all for something beautiful. By the way, everyone, if you enjoyed this podcast, please give us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It really matters, and thank you for that. I love that you join me every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 9 to 10 a.m. Pacific time at homewithbk.com. Let's do the work.